Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Minority Men, the show where four hosts shoot the breeze on a number of different topics. We seek to empower and educate by offering our perspective on these topics, while providing insight on the male experience. You can check us out at Facebook at Minority Men, or on Twitter at Minority Men Show, or you can contact us at minoritymenShow@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or even topics you'd like to have us discuss. Now here are your Minority Men hosts. Public.
She got her own thing, that's why I love her. Miss Independent, won't you come
Blacker thought.
spend a little time? She got her own thing, that's why I love her. Miss Independent,
Core.
Miss Shine, Miss Independent.
Girl, better can't cook. Think you know you pay your pretty look. You want to live a restaurant and come done man bang book.
Victory.
Cook. Recipe book. Wine in the kitchen cause you and them no look. You better cook. Think you know you pay your pretty look. You want to live a restaurant and come done man.
Welcome to Minority Men. My name is Public. Our topic today is career woman versus domesticated woman. What do men prefer?
There's this victory right here, man. I gotta tell you, I like a balance of the two. I don't want.
What is a balance?
A balance of the two. Go ahead.
Let me ask this question, Victory. What is your definition of a career woman?
All right. So a career woman is a woman who, has degrees or a degree or degrees.
So she look good on paper?
She's definitely has her resume together, pretty much. Yeah, she looks good on paper. Burgeoning career, very focused and career oriented and getting things accomplished for herself and, accomplishing her goals. That's a career woman. A domesticated woman, on the other hand, if you want to look at it in absolute values, is a woman who values taking care of the home. Cooking, cleaning, being a family oriented individual, taking care of the children, and just wants to provide for the home. And these are just absolute values I'm giving here.
So we're looking at Claire Huxtable versus Florida Evans. Like Claire Huxtable would be the career woman, and Florida Evans would be the domesticated woman.
Exactly.
So let me ask Black a Thought this one question. Can a domesticated woman have a degree?
A domesticated woman can have a degree. I think the two distinctions are, just based on lifestyle. I think there's some women who, they do get those degrees because they want it, but then they come to a point in their life where they're like, you know what? I think I can do a lot better, staying home, taking care of family, taking care of the home. So I don't know if there's a real distinction between the two, but I'm very open. I'm very open to hearing what my brothers here have to say about this. And I'm going to add my 2 cents in and
So,
let you know what I like.
Good look. So, Core, you think there's a distinction between a career woman and a domesticated woman?
I believe so. I believe a career woman is a woman that will work longer, put in more hours, and achieve her apex as far as degrees, whereas a domesticated woman wouldn't mind having children in her early 20s, wouldn't mind starting a family early, whereas a career woman who maybe want to have a child later on in life when she's accomplished everything she needs to accomplish, and then she can afford to settle down and kick back and have a child because her nest egg is all set.
I don't know if I hear what you're saying. This is Black Thought speaking here, but I think ultimately all women, whether or not they are career women or domesticated women, all women want to be treated as a domestic woman. All women want, in the end, to be that woman that's taking care of home. Whether or not they have a degree or not, they want to be home, making your dinner, packing your lunchbox, washing clothes for you. I think that's what they truly want.
I agree because I think that I've definitely come across quite a few women in my time who are very career oriented and career driven, and they've accomplished a lot. They're forever in school, furthering themselves. But at the same time, I've heard them speak saying things along the lines of they just want to be home mom. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of going to school. I just want to be a home mom and just a homemaker.
They want you to tell them what to do.
Pretty much. At the end of the day, because at the end of the day, a woman wants a man to lead.
So let me put this question out there. Going through school and having many degrees and incorporating so many loans and becoming a domestic woman, is that a hindrance to your relationship?
So you're asking a career-oriented woman
So basically, she got like $100,000 something in loans.
Domesticated woman.
She was a career woman, and all of a sudden she says, "You know what? I'll need a couple seeds, and I'm gonna stop working, And even though she got $100,000 something dollar loans, she wants to stay home. How you feel about
See, that's tough because if I'm making a substantial amount of money, then I wouldn't mind her settling down and maybe I can help her fortify those loans and we can still live a pretty comfortable lifestyle. But if I'm not making a substantial amount, like say I'm making $50,000 as opposed to $100,000, then I think things come into play. I think that's when things become more skewed and become more difficult to deal with.
All right. I like the whole, I like this conversation, but the career woman to me bothers me in a sense, just a little bit. I like a woman that goes to school. I like a woman that's intelligent. I want a woman that's smart because I like to talk. I like to have great conversations with my woman. However, I think a lot of the times career women tend to think they can do everything by themselves. They think that
That's true.
A lot of the times, women nowadays are making a lot more money than men are nowadays. These career women, they think they can do things men can do. And for me, that's where the problem comes in. That's where the problem comes into play. A lot of the times, these women are a little bit too busy for that too. Now you're in the role of the woman. Now you're asking her, listen, I want to see you more. I want to do this. Now you have
Tyler Perry, why did I get married?
You know what I'm saying?
Not interested.
For me, that career woman thing is kind of tough. I want a mix of it all. I want a smart woman, but she doesn't necessarily have to be Condoleezza Rice.
So what you're saying is that you want a woman to know her place.
Exactly.
Okay, so the reason why I said Tyler Perry, why did I get married before I was cut off?
Nobody's watching Tyler Perry.
No. But what I'm saying,
what you're talking about.
What I'm saying, the movie itself.
Tyler Perry, yo?
What I'm saying, the movie itself. Tyler Perry had a career-oriented woman. She was a lawyer, and he wanted to have more children, and she only had one for him, and he wanted to have a family. Right. Okay. Exactly. And she said, "What about my career? I got this. I got that. I won this case."
So there's a gender role reversal. Is what you're getting to.
Right.
So let me ask this question. Black of Thought.
Yeah.
Who are you attracted to? Are you attracted to a career woman or a domestic woman?
I'm gonna say.
I hate to put you on the spot, bruh.
Think about that for a second.
60% domesticated woman, 40% career.
Damn. All right.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Well, you know me. Let me tell you. I'm gonna just chime in and answer really quick. This is Victory here. I say I like my woman 50-50. I want her to be equally balanced between, pursuing her goals and having goals and ambition, and also being able to take care of a home. Now, that doesn't mean...
Okay, thank you.
That doesn't mean that,
domestic woman can have ambition, too.
She gotta have ambition, too. Mm-hmm. She gotta have ambition. That's definitely essential. I mean, if a woman doesn't have ambition, I'm not feeling it. She has to be driven for something. She has to have some kind of goal that she's willing to pursue, and I think she needs to balance that. Now, that's not to say that I won't contribute to the home duties as well.
Right.
I believe in, the home life being balanced between the man and the woman as well. I don't think a woman should just be home, taking care of the home by herself, go to work 9 to 5 or whatever, and come home and have to do the cooking, cleaning, and washing and ironing and all that stuff. I don't believe in that. I believe in shared responsibilities at home. But a woman, to me, needs to have that balance between career-driven and being able to take care of the home. Okay. Go ahead, Cor.
So I think if you are it depends on the balance, because if you're a domesticated woman, a lot of women will tend to stay home, cook, clean, and do all the domestic responsibilities. They're not in touch with what goes on in the outside world because they're so used to what's going on at home. So therefore,
I don't agree with that, man.
Hold on. So maybe, no, I'm just saying, so maybe, like I said, it all depends on the person. But seriously, if you have a woman who doesn't work, she's home, and her job is to take care of the household, period. How is she in touch with the outside world? How is she well-rounded and well-balanced enough to even carry conversations? But me personally, I like it 50-50. I want a woman who can do those things, but I want a woman who's also career-oriented, because I feel that a woman who is very career-oriented and you're not up to her lofty standards can also tend to emasculate their man because they feel that you're not where I'm at. So, you know what I mean?
So let me ask this question: is a domesticated woman a thing of the past?
No. That is a good question, bro. That depends on I think that's regional. Let's keep it real. I think that's regional, because I think it depends on where you go in the country. I mean, if you're in the Northeast,
they
like in states like New York, You know, I mean, in the Northeast area there, it may be difficult to find a domestic woman. I mean, not saying that they don't exist, but I think the priority and the emphasis is placed on being career-driven. Whereas in the South, I think they've retained a lot of those traditional values where, you know, the women understand the importance of their role in the home.
I agree. I kind of agree with what you're saying, but I think that comes into play only because of the economic, environment in these places. The South tends not to have too much work out there. You know, so people are going to stay home. You have no choice but to be a domesticated woman. You know, you live up in, in areas like, what's that place up? You know, Boston. You know what I'm saying? Or you live out in New York.
Right.
You know, these people, a lot of these women are going to be going to school. They're going to be thinking about their future. They're not thinking about men. A lot of them go into their 30s, not with a boyfriend, not married. And
true.
They're not concerned about being domesticated around any man. They don't want to be domesticated.
Which is why they're single.
Exactly.
So let me pose another question. Core, in your opinion, is there a salary cap on a career woman? Now, is there a certain amount that she can make before she becomes a career woman?
I know what a salary cap is, man. Damn.
Listen, man. I'm trying to let you know,
your
man.
intelligence.
I know. No, you said, is there a salary cap on a career woman?
Yes.
I don't think there is a salary cap. I think on a domesticated woman, I think like, say for instance, you worked and say you have a high school diploma, maybe an associate's, and you got to like that $40,000 bracket and you choose to stay home. I think, yeah. But as far as a career woman, no. I think a career woman could make 6 figures.
Okay. Let me ask this to Victory. You think there's a salary cap on a career woman?
Nah, there's no salary cap, man. So long as she's driven, she's focused, she's out there forever trying to achieve something or move beyond whatever current status she's in, there's no salary cap.
So
there's no salary cap. Okay. So long as the motivation and the ambition is there, there's no salary cap.
Let me present this to Black Thought. Black Thought. Your girl makes, say, $30,000. And you know that daycare per year costs $30,000. Are you going to tell her to stay home?
Damn.
I'm not going to tell her to stay home. I'm going to say she needs to put in a little bit more work. Let's make a little bit more money. So I'm looking for a woman who has ambition. She doesn't have to be Condoleezza Rice, like I said before. All I need is a woman, that's going to, want to move ahead, be motivated. And ultimately, what I'm looking for in a woman is a woman that can lift me up like the wind. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need.
Right, you want someone.
That's all I need. Right, somebody when I'm, that's when while I'm flying through this, just her around is just lifting me up to be a better person.
I think the perception is with a lot of men, and I could be wrong, but I think the perception is you have a woman who you have 50 cents, they have 50 cents, you put together and make $1.
Yeah.
Not I have 75 or 80, and you have a quarter to 20 cents, and you add in with what I have, because at the end of the day, you can lose out.
Okay.
That's just my take on the situation.
So, Core, 1 second. My fault.
Go ahead,
so,
Core, do your thing.
If you are the domesticated man and she says stay home, you will have that 15.
She's going to beat you with her jaws.
You have that 15. She has that 85. What you going to do
with
then?
Jaws.
If I'm a stay-home dad, and so basically she's working, I'm not working at all. I'm staying home.
No, you're working, but she's telling you, I make more money than you, so you need to stay your black ass home.
And I'll say, if your black ass can support all of us,